Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Today is the 19th of May and I'm outside. Why? Because look at that. You see that colour? You see that colour right there in the sky? It's blue. We can see it. It's kind of like when you tidy up your bedroom for a while and all of a sudden you realise there's carpet underneath. Yeah, kind of feels like that this morning. So a few things have happened in the last couple of days that I haven't actually told you about. Today's a big one. I have to go for my second COVID jab, so that could be interesting. Kind of knocked me on my ass for 2 weeks last time, so yeah. So I've been, knowing that this was about to happen, I kind of, I've been trying to put together all my videos for the next week or two. Something was causing me issues. If it wasn't one thing, it was the other, and it was driving me up the wall. But in the end, this thing, seriously, is about to come apart for spare parts, because quite frankly, I've had enough of it. It's driving me up the wall. I've had it for a number of years now, actually, and it's finally decided that staying upright is probably not its favourite thing to do. So when you're trying to video something and put things on angles and stuff like that so that you guys can see everything, it's deciding to go boom, dead. So yeah, that kind of, it's gonna about to come apart for spare parts for my other ones. I thought, I actually had a bit of a sad yesterday because I thought that the rest of my camera equipment and all that kind of stuff was actually put away, that we'd packed it. And Tanny turned around and went, "I'm sure there's tripods in the top drawer." I went, "But we packed them." He said, no, I'm sure they're in the top drawer. So we had a look, and my really good one's there. So that made me happier. And that was a good thing, which means I can try again today. I have until around 1 o'clock, because I have to be there at 20 to 2. And it's going to take us about half an hour to get across town. So yeah, knowing Tony though, he'll want to leave about 12:30. So I've probably got until then to get everything done, or as much as I can get done. So yeah, we'll see how we go from there. The other thing is, and this is really exciting, the weekend was a pretty bad one for me. I was having some major issues. Because for one reason or another I wasn't feeling great. My pain levels were too high, meaning that I couldn't mentally cope with it. And when things like that happen, normally I'll step back and just not talk to anybody. This time I didn't do that. That was a bad idea. I kept reading things that people were putting up. I read things that people had messaged on my stuff. And then my family chimed in and I had messages from them as well. And I lost my shit completely. Yeah, so whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But I'd pretty much had enough of a lot of the hypocrisy and stuff that had been going on for a lot of years, and it just sort of culminated in me losing my shit because I was in too much pain to be able to hold back and filter myself. Yeah, so there you go. That happened. So I was feeling quite dejected and sad on Sunday evening, and I went online because I was watching MasterChef Australia, and I went online because I remembered that I'd been saving a bookmark page that Yotam Ottolenghi was coming to York in September, and that the tickets were only 15 quid each, and I'm like, actually I might be able to afford that. If I don't buy anything else for the rest of this quarter, I might just be able to afford this. It's worth it. Okay, to me it's worth it. He's someone who has, as much as I was a chef for 26 years, and as much as food has pretty much been my life, in the last few years, as many of you know, it kind of went by the wayside, and his style of cooking has really kind of reopened my eyes to food and such like. So I wanted to go and see him. Well, it's not Tanny's thing, you see, but I knew my sister, if she was well enough, because she's facing a couple of surgeries this year, major surgeries this year, if she was well enough, she'd come. Because she'd have to be well enough to travel, because she's down in Devon and I'm up here. But all we can do is hope, right? So I went on the website because I realised, oh God, look, it was weeks ago when you saw this. You know, don't get too excited. So I got as far as, you know, checking where the seats were and stuff. There were 2 seats left in the whole theatre. 2. In the Royal Theatre in York. 2 seats left. And I'm like, oh, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. So I clicked on those seats and I waited. And the sale went through. The booking went through. I'm like sitting there. They must have charged me more than 15 quid for these seats. No. £15 each with £1.75 booking fee. I only got 2 front row middle tickets. Front row centre tickets. £15 each to go and see Yotam Ottolenghi. And I'm just like, at the Royal Theatre in York. And honestly, the reason I haven't told you guys is because I'm so blown away by the fact that I've actually managed to do this somehow. That the gods were in my favour this time. That the universe went, do you know what? She's had a really bad weekend. Let's remind her that the tickets are there and just make sure that she gets them. Now, this is amazing. This is utterly amazing to me. I've never been lucky enough to get tickets like that ever. So we'll just see how we go. It kind of gives me something to aspire to make sure that I'm a lot healthier than I am now before I go. Because I don't want to be falling asleep 9 o'clock in the evening, because that would just be embarrassing. I don't particularly want to be using my walking frame to go either, although because we're in the middle of the front row, it wouldn't be an issue because I'd just have it in front of me, right? I don't mind taking my stick, and my sister's got crutches, so you know we got front row tickets. Things are looking up. So, dear universe, I know this was quite a big thing that you did, getting me front row centre tickets for £15 a ticket, but could you please could we please have our 2-bedroom bungalow now with its own private garden? That'd be nice. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes I'm too scared to ask for things. I am. I'm too scared to ask for things because I kind of feel like, well, other people, you know, there's other people are more deserving and what have you. But you know what, at the end of the day, how are we any different to them? We're not any different to them. We're just as important. We're just as significant. We're just as, you know, we matter just as much. And sometimes you got to ask and you've got to put the effort in to do the things, which is what we're doing. So yeah, but we've got to believe that we deserve it too. So yeah, I deserve it. Tanny deserves it. We deserve it. Our plants deserve it, for God's sake. You know, our poor babies, they need to be in the ground. They need to be in the ground. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go for today and I'm gonna try and get some work done. And I will see you later on. Have a really, really awesome one no matter what you're doing, and love you heaps. Bye.